At breaking news, 11Alive's exclusive Survey USA poll results. Jeff Hollinger joins us with the breakdown of what Georgia voters think. Jeff.
Well, here's what we know so far. It has been nearly 30 years since a Democrat won Georgia. And tonight, our exclusive poll results are showing a very tight race between President Trump and Joe Biden. Biden is holding a 2-point lead over the president, 48% to 46%. In 2016, President Trump won Georgia by more than 5 percentage points. We also asked voters how they plan to cast their ballots this year. 37% say they are early voting, with 33% mailing in their ballots. 28% say they are voting in person on Election Day, and 2% are not sure. Another controversial topic is the selection of a new Supreme Court justice. 47% of Georgia voters want the new justice to be sworn in after the inauguration. 43% want it done before the inauguration, and 10% are not sure. The voters we surveyed also were pretty outspoken about the Georgia Senate races. We'll have those exclusive results tomorrow morning on Morning Rush.
All right, thank you, Jeff. 11Alive is committed to giving you information to ensure your vote counts. We are tracking problems and holding election officials accountable. You can send us an email to whereatospeaks@11alive.com if you spot anything wrong out there, or text us 404-885-7600. You can also find information about polling locations. Just head over to 11alive.com/vote.